Hi there, this is Deborah Delbridge, or Debbie. Are you ready for another demon story? Yay! Okay, this one happened, I think it was in the late 90s when I was still at Coldwell Banker, and a friend of mine, a fellow real estate agent, Fran, I had been gone at a conference for a week because there was a Christian conference going on, and I attended that. Anyway, when I got back from the conference, she goes, Debbie, I've been waiting for you to come back. I have to tell you something. Will you please go pray for my mother? Something's happening to her. Her mother was in this old folks home, this assisted living place, and Fran said, when she talks, it's not her voice that comes out of her mouth, it's a man's voice. And when I put my head up to her chest, I hear the voice of a woman coming out of my mother, but it's not, my mom's not talking, there's just a woman's voice coming from my mother. I said, sure, I'll go, I'm up. So I do know this, when you do pray for deliverance over people, meaning if they have some demons resident in them, it's always a good idea to not go by yourself, always bring another believer in case there's some sort of weird manifestation that needs physical strength or something like that. Because sometimes when people have demons, they can have superhuman strength, and you may need somebody to help assist and whatever. And also, sometimes demons don't come out right away. And if that's good, or if that's the case, it's not coming out right away, sometimes it's a good idea to tag team your deliverance prayer over the person with another person, just so you have reinforcement so you don't do it by yourself. Anyway, so there was a lady that had just become a Christian, and because I led her to the Lord and that kind of thing, and she really wanted to go with me. It's like, well, because she didn't really have the expertise. So I did spend some time alone with her and kind of teach her a little bit one afternoon. So we did that, and then after I kind of showed her the ropes a little bit, spent some time with her, then we both went over to that senior citizen's home, and we found Fran's mom's room. And there wasn't any weird manifestations coming from her. There wasn't any kind of thing, but the woman was alert, and I prayed deliverance over the woman. I also had a word of knowledge that there was a spirit of fear in her, and I prayed against a demonic spirit of fear. Not all fear is obviously demons, but there was also a demonic spirit of fear that has been keeping her from really doing a lot of things. And I also prayed, the woman had a Catholic background, and you could be a Catholic and have a born again experience or not be. So what I did was I did pray with the woman to make sure she accepted Jesus Christ into her heart, and she did that day. Anyway, so we left. There wasn't any weird manifestation. There wasn't any kind of significant anything. I didn't hear when she started to talk initially, it sounded kind of rough, like a man's voice when she first started talking, but I didn't bend down my ear to hear any woman's voice. So I didn't experience that, but Fran did, because she heard it a couple times. So anyway, we leave, and I got busy. And then I connected up with Fran a couple of days later. She goes, Debbie, it worked. So her mom not only didn't have the man's voice coming out of her mouth or the woman's voice coming out of her chest, but her mom actually now was healthy and up and moving and wasn't bedridden, and she was actually going and participating with some of the activities. I didn't know it, but she wouldn't leave the house. She wouldn't leave her unit, her little condo or apartment, whatever it is at the senior citizen place. She wouldn't go on the outings with everybody else because she had a fear, but she was going on the outings. So that word of knowledge that I had about that fear that had been keeping her from leaving was gone, and she just felt so much better, and was now an active part of that community. All right, so that's demon story number 2. Well, we have more coming.